Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. If you don't already know, I am Lisa. I am the writer and creator at This Pilgrim Life, and on YouTube here I just share real food recipes and just family life and things like that. So I'm really glad that you're here. If you are not already subscribed and you want to stick around, be sure to click that subscribe button. But this video today is going to be really different than the usual videos that I do because I'm just going to be talking. So we have some pretty big changes happening in our family this month. So I'm just doing kind of like a life update, what's going on. Some are kind of difficult and some are good. And so I'm just going to share that with you guys today. And I'm going to try to be as candid and open as I can because I really appreciate just genuineness and realness and things like that. And so usually I try to share things with you that I can. However, I also just have to be sensitive to the fact that everything is not my story to share. So there's going to be some details that may leave you wondering, you may be curious about, but just know that I'm sharing what I can in an effort to just kind of keep you guys updated on what's going on because, like I said, big changes. So you may or may not know, if you watch my YouTube channel or follow me on Facebook or Instagram, that my husband is a pastor. He's been a pastor for about 8 years now at the church that we are currently in. We moved to our town actually to join this church. So it is all my children have known, him being a pastor and us being at this church. So the biggest change that we are facing right now is that we are taking a break from ministry. That means my husband is no longer going to serve as a pastor for the foreseeable future. We don't know what the Lord has for us in the future. We don't know if that means pastoring again in the future or ministry. But what we do know, and this is where it gets a little bit of not my story to share all of the details, but our church is dissolving, so we are no longer going to be all together as one church. We're going to kind of break up and see where God has us in the future at different churches and in different ministries and whatnot. So this has been something that has been discussed and in the works, and we have prayed about, and just it's been a lot. And I haven't been able to share any of this, and so it's been kind of hard. But everything is now for sure, and so I'm able to kind of share this to give you guys an update because I know a lot of you guys do know that my husband is a pastor, and now at this point, again, taking a break from ministry, and he needs to find a new job. So that's a really big transition. This month will be our last month together as a church before we kind of go our separate ways. And so we've just kind of been in this transition period of trying to figure out what he's going to do. We're considering a lot of different options, but so that's the biggest update. And honestly, while it is sad in a lot of ways, we're all just really trying to remember that God is in control of all things and that he is good in all things, and that even in difficult circumstances and painful circumstances, that he has promised to use all of those things for our good. So I will, now that the cat's out of the bag, I will be able to share a little bit more just about the process. Financially, we don't really know what all of this means, so you may see a lot more like penny pinching recipes on the blog for a little while. And you know, I've already been trying to keep my grocery budget down, and so that's been kind of part of it. So that's the biggest thing. Now, I did say at the beginning of this video that it would be kind of part good and part bad, or part bad and part good. So part 2 of this whole life update is that the blog, my blog, this my blog, This Pilgrim Life, is getting a facelift. I am hiring out somebody to do an entire redesign of the blog. And guys, I'm really excited about this. This is something that I have wanted to do for years. I've been blogging for 5 years now. And so I'm finally taking the plunge. It's going to mean a lot of really great things for you guys. The menu pages are going to get a fresh look. It's going to be more mobile friendly. And really there's just going to be a lot of really exciting things. So I've already shared on Facebook and on Instagram that I'm going to be taking a break from any new content in the month of July, and basically putting all of my focus into this redesign and into creating a space that is just even better for you guys. So I'm going to backtrack just one second because I have some notes here that I was writing down and I just remembered something that I wanted to say. Because I know, and I'm not saying any of you would do this in a malicious way, but just like in a curiosity kind of way, I know I've been there too. You may wonder what happened, and I just want to be very clear that my husband has done nothing to disqualify himself from ministry. That is not why he is taking a break from ministry for a while. Nothing like that. So I just want to be very forthright. While I can't give you every detail considering surrounding the situation, I do want to be clear about that. I know that we can get curious about things, and so nothing bad has happened in that way. Okay, so back to the whole blog stuff. So while, speaking of my husband, so while he's in transition looking for a job, he may be helping a little bit more on blogging things and editing YouTube videos, and we're just really gonna see, like I said, we don't know what the future holds. Now I hope that This Pilgrim Life, the recipes and things that I share and just hanging out on social media, I hope that has been a blessing to you guys. It has certainly been a blessing to me and to our family. And one of the ways that it has been a blessing to our family, you guys probably know this already, is that we do earn some income from the blog. So we're going to be, with this whole redesign, we're really trying to be a little bit more strategic because my husband is out of a job now. He's looking for a new one, but we are getting an income from my blog. So I just did a reader survey because with the redesign, I want to hear from you guys and I want to know what is important to you. So that was the point of the reader survey, but I did get some questions about like ads on the site and about maybe some comments about like not marketing. And while I completely understand where you're coming from, I do also just want to be clear, because I know that you guys are going to be gracious about this, is that some of the things that I do are to bring in an income to help support our family. At the same time, though, I really want you guys just to know for sure, without a doubt, that anything that I share with you is something that I believe in or that I have used and loved or something that I think would bring value to you. So I'm not just trying to make a quick buck. That is never my heart or my desire. And even with the things like ads, or if I promote a product or things like that, you guys, the majority of what I do is all free to you, which is why I started blogging in the first place, because I love the idea of being able to give people things that would benefit them and that could inspire and encourage them at no cost. So that was why I started a blog. I love that about blogging. I love that even if there's a few ads on the site, you're still not paying for anything. You just have to scroll a little bit more. I really do enjoy hearing from you guys. So I'm not dismissing comments about ads or dismissing comments about marketing. I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to be gimmicky. But everything that I do, whether it's recipes or encouragement or stories on Instagram or videos here on YouTube, it's to bring value to you. So in one way or another, the things that I do are hopefully making your life more positive, making others' lives more positive. So that is my end goal with everything that I do. Okay, so while we're talking about awkward things like money, first of all, it makes me feel really awkward to talk about this. But again, I want to be candid and open. And that's what part of this is. So one of the things that I'm doing with this redesign is I'm going to have a shop set up on the blog. I'm really excited about this. I've wanted to do this kind of thing for years, but I really didn't know how to set it up. And so now that I have somebody working on my blog who does this professionally, I'm getting all of her help. So I'm going to have things like meal plans and more like printable collections and ebooks of recipes and things like that. So I'm really excited. Nothing is going to be extravagant or very expensive, but again, it's going to be a way that will both bless us and be helpful to you guys. Because if I haven't said it enough, that is my goal. And I've got some other surprises that I'm really excited about, coming as well. So as I just kind of wrap up this update, I know that I'm really just skimming the surface on a lot of things. I'm skimming the surface on job stuff and church stuff and future stuff, but that's really because I don't know. It's going to take us a long time, I'm sure, just to process everything. You know, a lot of times when you are a couple of years removed from things, you're able to kind of think through them more clearly. And I'm sure God's just going to give us understanding as we move into the next season of life. So if I'm not sharing things, it's either because it's not my story to tell, or it's because I simply don't understand things yet myself. I'm really just trying to trust the Lord through all of this, even though it's hard, and it is hard. But I'm choosing to try to move forward with positivity, and we've gone through really hard things before, guys. We've lost a child before. We've gone through really difficult seasons, and we have seen the Lord be there for us, show up for us, and so because of that, I know that I can trust Him. I know that He will be faithful, even if it means a bit of a struggle for a while. So if you're not already following me on Instagram or Facebook, I would love to have you join there too. I'm not, like I said, I don't know what the future holds. But now that the cat's out of the bag, gosh, I really do like that expression, apparently. I don't know what else to say. Now that the secret is out, I'll be able to share a little bit more of the process, share what we're kind of going through. It's always hard to, you know, in some ways, you know, I share like daily parts of my life, especially on Instagram story. I come on Facebook and I cook and you guys see my kids, but there's things that you don't know, and that's just fine. But for major things like this, like a major, this is a major shift for our family. I really am just relieved in a lot of ways, just to put it out there, to let you know, so that I don't have to try and be fake or, you know, pretend like everything is good. Because you guys know I never like to do that. And so I always try to be real with you. And so usually I end the video with, I hope this was helpful or whatnot, but I don't really know that this is helpful for you guys. Maybe it's made you excited about the future for this pilgrim life. I hope that it's making you excited, because good things are at least coming to the blog and across the whole This Pilgrim Life social world. So I am excited about that, and we're just gonna have to take everything else one step at a time. So if you've watched this far, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, and feel free to engage and chat in the comments. I love to hear from you. Feel free to ever reach out to me on social media. I'm usually pretty good about getting back. And again, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys later.